We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Watch out. We're going to 53.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
This is Elliott. Spins away. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott letting one fly deep for Cook. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 46 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Darnold. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it'll be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, lady. Shoot right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Oh. Hey, orbit. Mike's 54. Ready? Come on.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. Say, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
At the 18-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Right there. Ready? Hey, Alpha. Get him. Get him.
Darnold now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Off the edge, it's tight. Crawford with a sack.
Brings up third down.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack.
Let's get off the field. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to Mike for 48 right now. Let's go. I got you. 48 to Mike. You don't want to.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Big gap. They were going to 53. They go 47. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
There we go. 57. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. Hey, kill.
On third down, Elliott. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. Hey, kill. You 47, 26.
Now Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 57, come on. They can't hang with us. Here we go. Go to 54.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Prescott now. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm scared. 48.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and now it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, high 7. Be ready. Mike 48, Mike 48. Man, 80. Man, I got you. 80. Taco.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Out left to Anderson. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go. Gain of 23 yards. That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
It's on. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's on. 54. 60. Man, 80. Switch it. Come on, switch that.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard scamper. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the twist. 47. Alert 3. 47. 46.
Prescott yet again. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ja'Kai Polite. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, echo. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now whistles come in before this snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming ahead.
Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And it's a fumble. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Throwing, Prescott, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Outside. 54, right there, right there. And 80.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Right there.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Left.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
40, man, 80. 48 much. Time to go. Nice hit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end.
Red 80. Hey, Foxtrot.
Easy.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 480. Let's fight forward. Let's go, defense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 54. Strip that ball.
First down, Prescott. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw it. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Right there. 54 Mike. Come to one work. We won. Hey, kill.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Second down, Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The kick by Marr is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, it's Bell. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, Delta.
All day, dog. 48. 48 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right there, 54 Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shift. Hey, zoom.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
Now it's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 48 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. To throw is Darnold. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning away. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Cooper was the target there. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Bell, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Bell. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
48 to Mike. Go
on. 5.
Check 48's to Mike. Check 48's to Mike. I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. Pass the Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A 1st down carry by Elliott. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. Cooper was the intended target. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st down, it's Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two.
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. Oh, he shifts past him. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Pull it together.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.